Hi everyone, Julia here. Hello from Sweden and welcome to a new video. And in this video I want to show you these two travel journals that I finished last year. Both are from 2024, and if you follow my Instagram you probably seen the pictures of these journals. I posted most of the spreads from these two journals, but I didn't show a full flip through of any of these two. I kind of forgot about it. In the end of the year I still was working on finishing some journals and these two as well. Yeah, so I decided to show them now, and I hope this too will be a little inspiration for you for your own travel journals. So I will show you two different sizes of journals. I used both for documenting short trips, and both of these inserts are from Traveler's Company. That's cream paper inserts, and both of them are short trip inserts, so like half size of the standard insert, 32 pages, perfect for short trips. And I have a few trips in each of these journals, and I think I will start from the passport size and then we'll show you this bigger one, regular size. Let's make it a little bit closer that you can see the pages better. And I really like to use these short trip inserts from Traveler's Company because they don't get very big and bulky, and they are very convenient to take with you. They're kind of small and compact, both sizes actually, and as you can see both are not very big, even with all the photos and ephemera that I usually add. So in this little journal I have a few trips, I think in summer and autumn maybe, I'm not sure already, I don't remember honestly, so let's see together. And I like to use this passport size inserts for documenting one-day trips mainly, and especially if it's to the place that I've already been to. So mostly it's like a one-day local trips in the area around. And I like to document all my trips. Even if I already been to this place, I still want to document it every single time when I go there, because for me it's always something special. I want to print some photos and have this physical memories of every trip that I went to. So I think this passport size is perfect for that. Like if you don't want to write a lot but still want to document your short trip and print some photos, this size is really good. And what I mainly do in this case is just print a few photos from the day, decorate around them like a little bit, maybe add a few small stickers, and then write down some short kind of like bullet points, highlights of the trip. I don't journal a lot. This kind of journal, this format, this size is really great. So the first one here is on 13th of August, and it was a trip to Lund. And I've been to Lund many times, and yeah, I went to one of my favorite stationery shops there, Lexis Paper, and last year it became a Traveler's Company partner shop, official partner shop, so they have this beautiful stamp now and you can use it there like when you visit the shop. So I of course have to stamp in my journal and one more time here, and so I bought some new stationery there. I really like this shop, it's very beautiful and the selection of stationery is really great there, so I like to go there from time to time. And I think in Sweden it's one of the very few stationery shops, like physical shops, that specialize on Japanese stationery and like in general that have very big selection of different brands. So it's always cool to go to a physical shop and see some things in person, not just order them online. And then after that I went to Malmö and spent an evening in Malmö. I think there was a concert on this day. Yeah, it was a free concert on the main square in the city center, black metal concerts. Something like that can happen only in Sweden, I think, or like in Scandinavia in general, that you can have a black metal concert in the city center on the central square, organized by the city. At least I don't know many other places in the world where something like that can happen. Yeah, so it was a fun day. Then I also have here a short trip to Aarhus. That's one of the closest small towns, village, I don't know, I think it's considered a town, but it's like really tiny and it's at the coast, and I like to go there for walks along the beach and in the forest, and I go there quite often, but every time when I go there I still want to print some photos and document these little trips. So this is a little trip to Aarhus. It's like a day trip. It's half an hour away by bus from where I live. And then there is another day trip. I think on this day, that's also still August, on this day my husband and I rented a car. We don't own a car. I think here at the moment, especially where we live, it's unnecessary, but sometimes we rent a car if we want to go somewhere. So on this day we rented a car and just went to different places by car, like in the area around, to some beautiful nature places which are not so easily accessible by public transport. So we went to a few small national parks, like walked in the forest, went to the lakes. So I documented this short day trip here as well, and yeah, added quite many photos. I like these journals to be like very visual. It's mainly about adding the photos and like some tiny decorations and writing down shortly what we did during the day. And then I still had a few pages left in this insert in the end of the year, and in autumn I didn't go for any trips like that I could document in here. I was sick for a really long time and I struggled getting out of the house on the most days, so I just decided to print a few photos in December, like kind of my favorite moments of December. So this is like a December favorites, and I just added the photo, made like a little collage around it, and wrote down some favorite moments of December, mainly some just some nice cozy moments that I had at home, some walks and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not like really a travel thing, but still I decided to include it here just to finish this insert, and yeah, that's it. So there are a few summer trips in this insert, and I really like how it turned out. It's very small and cute. This is a refill for a short trip, as I mentioned, which has 32 pages. And I like to have this mainly in addition to my bigger travel journals, to this regular size travel journals. This insert that I also finished in autumn, I think. That's also an insert for short trips, and I titled it as Autumn Trips. So sometimes I also like to document my short trips in a bigger format if I have more ephemera, for example, or if I want to print more photos. If I want to have like more space for everything, then I also like to use these bigger inserts, but for short trips I also mainly use this smaller inserts, also this refills for a short trip, because it's less pages, it's faster to finish them. And in this insert I have some trips of September. In September I still was going on some trips, I still was feeling okay. So I went for a few trips, and one of them was around my birthday. So I decided to document everything related to that trip here, and I went to Malmö on the day before and went to a few of my favorite places there, my favorite bookshop, my favorite stationery shop. Also there is a small woman shop there, so I also went there. And then we went to a very nice cocktail bar there, like Sherlock Holmes themed cocktail bar. And of course I bought some books, so and some new stationery in that stationery shop. So I included here all the ephemera that I collected, all the packaging from new stuff, some Moomin stuff. And yeah, this is a spread about that Sherlock Holmes restaurant. It was really cool. Also on the next day we rented a car again and went to some nice nature places and also some of my favorite places in the area, like this chocolate factory not very far from where I live. I've been there already a few times and I really like the chocolate. It's a very good quality chocolate, and there is also a little cozy cafe there, like at the factory, and they have really good cakes there and chocolate-based drinks, like mainly some kinds of hot chocolate, but many different ones, like some special flavors. And I really like this place, so we went there to have some cake, and also went to a small national park, walked through the forest, also went to a town at the coast called Simrishamn. I've never been there before. It's very close to me, but somehow I've never been there before. That was my first time there, and it was really nice to walk there. It was very quiet. It was in September, so there were not many people around, not many tourists, and it was just nice to walk around there and to see something new, basically. I usually don't celebrate my birthday like in terms of having a birthday party, inviting people to my birthday. I like to spend this day with my husband and preferably just go somewhere to some new places or to some place that I know already and that I really like, and just prefer to spend this day away from people and not to make like a big deal out of it, and just do something for myself, like just to have a nice day for myself and do some things that I enjoy doing, something that I would do actually also on any other day, like kind of like a self-care day, and things that I do anyway also sometimes, not only on my birthday, but also if it's my birthday, I kind of like then to go somewhere away a bit. And then in the evening we went to have dinner in the restaurant here in town, and it was also the first time for me there. It was very nice. And then, and this is already another trip, and I put here this map of the area that I got somewhere during that trip. So this is the area where we went to, and it was in the end of September, and I think it was the time when my husband's parents were visiting us, and we also just wanted to show them some nice places around. So we rented a car again and went to a few places together with them, also to some small national parks and to one of my favorite fish restaurants at the coast. It's a tiny fisherman's village, and there is a very cool fish restaurant there at the coast, and like in general the place is beautiful. So we went there. Also went to visit this some people I think call this place like a Swedish Stonehenge. Looks kind of a little bit similar, not exactly, but it's a beautiful place and beautiful area around. And there also was an apple festival in one of the villages on the way, so we also went to this apple festival. And yeah, it was a nice autumn day. It was quite warm still, so it was very cool. And I had this one last spread left in the end of journal. I didn't want to leave it blank, so I just made a nature collage, just put together some random things that I had laying around on my desk. I think I got this cute hamster postcard from my husband's mom, from my mother-in-law, and also I had this calendar, collaged calendar that I make every year for myself. This one was for September, so I thought that I can use it in this journal, and yeah, so I decided to finish this journal with a collage. So this was another journal for short trips, and mainly I use these journals, like this kind of smaller inserts, for documenting short trips in Sweden. I really like this format and size, and I think they complement each other very nicely. Sometimes I prefer to have a bit more space, then I use this one. If I just want to print a few photos from the day and just shortly write down the highlights of the day, then I will use this one, because it's super fast to make some new pages in this journal. Basically, it's just sticking down the photos, adding a few strips of tape here and there, maybe a few stickers to decorate the page, and that's it. And just shortly write down what happened during the day, like where I went. So this year I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to use this short trip refills for documenting my short trips in Sweden. At this point I didn't have many trips like that yet, but now weather is getting better, finally it's getting warmer. There are more and more nice and sunny days, so I'm looking forward to going to some daily adventures, to some one-day adventures, to explore the area around, maybe visit some new places and also old favorites. So I'm going to document those trips when they happen, and I finally can archive these journals. I still have so many journals to to sort through and archive them and find a place for them on my shelves, because in the end of the year, last year, I wasn't feeling very well and I just didn't have any energy or motivation to do it, so I still have like a big stack of journals from last year. Some of them I also still want to show you here on my channel. I didn't show some of them yet. Yeah, so I hope this little video was interesting for you and inspiring. I hope you found some inspiration for your own travel journals for documenting your trips, and I think it's worth documenting, even if it's a very short trip, even if it's to the place you've been to already, even if it was just a day or even half of the day, but I think it's still worth documenting, especially if you take photos, if you like to take photos and if you take many photos. I think it's worth documenting and printing those photos and documenting your little adventures, because it's always something special. It's not like you do it every single day, and I think those moments are definitely worth cherishing and documenting them, and then it will be very interesting to look back and see where you went to, like this summer or this autumn, and flip through those journals with your short trips. And you don't have to make many pages for this kind of short trips. I just make as many pages as I want to. It always depends on amount of photos that I print, but you can just make one spread per trip like this. You can print photos in smaller size, for example, if you want to print more and to fit more photos on one spread. But yeah, I think this kind of journals are also fun, and I hope this will encourage you to document not only your very special trips that you plan for a long time, like a special vacation or like your yearly holiday that you plan for a long time, that you are looking forward to, that takes longer time, like a week or 2 weeks or even longer, but also this little adventures that maybe take only one day. I hope this will inspire you to do that if you don't do it yet. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next videos. Bye!